Hey, I'm vocal coach Jamie Vendera, and it's time for another Singer Spotlight. This time I want to talk with Derrick Floyd of Ik Multimedia. I'm a huge fan of this company. When I teach, I got an iRig Keys Pro. When I record on my iPad, I'm using an iRig Pro to get my microphone in there. I use Sample Tank. I use Vocal Live. My guitars use Amplitude. So it's a great company, but there's so much to cover that Derrick and I decided to do this in a series. So today, we just want to cover like how to get into the iPad with like the iRig Pro. So Derrick, I want to hand it over to you, and I want to know a little bit about you. How did you get hooked up with Ik Multimedia before you tell me about the products?
Well, hi, again, my name is Derrick Floyd. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer as well, and I've been working with Ik for about 13 years now. I started with them way back when, so it's been a long ride, but definitely enjoying the company. It's a great place to work, and it's an innovative, creative space to be. We make creative tools that actually plug into your iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and now your Android. What our main theory is that technology has caught up with creativity. It's kind of how I like to think about it, because creativity happens wherever you are with whatever you've got in your hand, right?
Absolutely.
And for all this time, you haven't been able to capture that. You'd have to run to the house to record it, run to the studio to get it down. But now these technological devices have allowed you to capture inspiration the first time. Because we all know inspiration spins around once, and then when that idea is gone, it's gone.
Yeah, you're like, where'd it go?
Where'd it go? And you can never get it back the same way.
Yep.
So all of these tools now, all of our iRig product line, the keyboards, the guitar interfaces, even our speakers, are all designed to help you capture that moment with whatever you have. So if you have an iPhone, an iPad, an iPod Touch, even like I said, your Android now, in your computer, your Mac and PC, these devices will plug in and get sound in for you.
Well, great. Well, like I said, there's so much to cover, but we'll do many of these. So today, I just want people to understand that technology has caught up, and an iPad today is as great as a PC was 10 years ago.
Sure is.
Which is why my guitarist and I, we literally record vocals and guitar on our iPad, and I use like the iRig Pro, and he uses the iRig HD.
Okay.
So you have the iRig Pre, the Pro, you got the iRig HD, you got the iRig 2. Can you kind of tell me about those so people who want to play guitar or vocals understand what we're talking about?
What we've got is a multi-layered product line that allows you to get either your guitar, your bass, maybe your vocal, or play keys into your mobile device. If you're starting with the original iRig, the particular original first iRig has been sold for millions and millions of devices, and that came out almost 5 years ago, and we're talking tons of people started off. It's actually the biggest selling guitar interface of all time, and that's no BS. So we sold that many iRig. And iRig is a simple process, a simple idea. Take a small cylinder, plug your guitar directly into a 1/4 inch, and into the phone, the 1/8 inch input inside your phone. Our application, Amplitude, which has been ported over from our computer side, actually captures that information and makes your phone a virtual amplifier and recorder. So if you're starting from the beginning, iRig #1 is the first interface. We're coming out with iRig 2, which is going to take that simple premise of plugging your guitar, making your phone an amplifier, and giving you some more functionality, allowing you to go into the input and go out into your amplifier itself. So in other words, a lot of customers wanted to take that amazing sound they were getting in their phone and go into their amp. Well, the original iRig wasn't really designed for that. It was more of a plug-in, put your headphones in, or rock out at home with some speakers. But the iRig 2 allows you to plug that guitar or bass 1/4 inch input, and then it's got a 1/4 inch output. So you can pass through to go right into your amp, or you can send the effective signal from your phone or mobile device into your amplifier. So it's like having a preamp into your amp. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah. So.
My guitarist, I had the iRig, and then we moved to the HD. So, I mean, is there? I know like one plugs into the phone jack, and the other one's the lightning cable. Is there a difference, I mean, in sound quality or anything, or does it matter?
Yeah, that's a good question. The original iRig devices, iRig 1 and iRig 2, are 16-bit, so that's CD quality. Still great quality coming in, but 16-bit is the most you're going to get out of those devices because it's going into the analog side.
Yes.
When you go into HD and Pro, you're going digital. You're going 24-bit. You're getting the best quality you can get going in. So if you're taking the iRig HD, for instance, you're going in 1/4 inch. which are coming out into a mini DIN, which is one of our proprietary outputs, and going into the digital side, whether it be Lightning or 30-pin or USB. So you can take the HD version there, which is just quarter-inch. Now, if you take the next step to Pro, what we've done is add in what we call, whether you call it the Nortric connector or the connector where you can do XLR or quarter-inch on the same device. So you can do guitar, bass, or vocal, anything XLR related, and you actually have a gain control knob on the outside of the device. And you can plug in MIDI on that device as well. We give you like an 1/8" to actual MIDI DIN on that connector. So,
yeah, that is pretty amazing.
so when you say iRig HD, you say guitar and bass 24-bit. When you say iRig Pro, you say guitar, bass, vocal, and MIDI at 24-bit, all going into your iOS device.
And that's what we use. You know, honestly, Derrick, I have the iRig Pre, he has the iRig. Of course, I'm not an engineer, so my ears don't affect me. I didn't notice a huge difference. I think if you're doing a demo, I don't think it would really matter. I mean, if you're doing quality tracks you're going to put on iTunes, maybe go HD. That's what we done. That's what we do, you know, to put out our songs. So it's an amazing tools there. Now, one problem I've had, and finally you guys are fixing this very soon, is both Scott and I, my guitarist, complained about, hey, we're recording for hours. Now our iPads are dead because since we're going HD, we're plugged into the Lightning cable. And I'm like, guys, can you make something that lets me actually power this thing while I'm recording so I don't have to quit when I'm in the middle of creativity? So what have you done?
Solve that problem. That's been an immediate issue that we got from a lot of our customers out there. And I think when you start thinking of these things at the beginning, you don't think, oh, I got to charge it too, you know? So we figured, let's create a device that's going to solve that issue. And that device comes out, I think, in April, and it's called PowerBridge. And what PowerBridge allows you to do is it's a small power conditioner that you plug your iOS device in one side, you plug our digital device, whether it be iRig Mic HD or iRig Pro or whatever the other device is there, in one side, and then the other into the wall. So one wall, one to the device, one to the iRig device, and you're charging all three. So our little PowerBridge is sending audio through while it's charging your device, which is amazing.
That is awesome. So you could have, say, an iRig Pre or an iRig Pro. It don't matter.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. As long as any of our digital devices. So you'd have to look at Pro, HD, iRig Mic, HD, iRig Keys Pro, and iRig Pads.
Okay. Good. Yeah, because I got that. And I've also got the very first iRig microphone you guys released, but I won't get into that in this one because I think next time we'll tackle microphones.
Microphones, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you guys are really building up, and then that way we can start pulling in the apps and talking about them as well. Because I actually love them both. I love Easy. At first, I'll be honest, and I'll say this and shut up. I couldn't stand Easy Voice when I was like, what? And I got to tell you, I love that app now. It's I was singing some Prince, doing When Doves Cry,
nice.
And the way that the sound comes around and you hear it, I'm like, man, I sound cool.
Yeah. I think I'll piggyback in that to say that Ik Multimedia was originally a software company, and when we've created these hardware devices, we already have the technology to make the apps. So when you get an Ik product, you're going to get a software application that's going to be married to that device, where it'll be working intricately and it'll work perfectly with what you do. So the great thing about getting any Ik device is you're not lost without an application. Everything you purchase from us has some type of app with it, whether it be a computer app or app for your iOS device. So we're never leaving you high and dry. We're giving you a way to create right out of the box when you get home. So if you get an iRig Pro today, you're going to get a 4-track recording studio with effects, with sample tank. You're going to get all these great devices. You're going to get some stuff for your iOS. So you'll be able to make music that night.
Yeah, that is cool. And the one thing I do like and I appreciate from Ik Multimedia is like sample tank, amplitude. You don't really degrade these. I mean, I've seen them on the PC, and of course I know there's only so much you can do on the iPad, but the sound quality is just as amazing as the software you would buy and install on your PC or Mac. And that's what we use. The first single we put out, we use sample tank strings. And, we'll continue to use that in Amplitude as well.
Another thing to piggyback as you talk about, especially with the guitar players and bass players, when you're getting our devices and you're going into our applications, Ik Multimedia is known for something we call modeling, which a lot of companies do. What modeling is taking an actual hardware device and emulating that or duplicating that in software. So if you're saying I have a Marshall JCM 100 or whatever, JC 200, and I want to have that in my application, we've probably created that or modeled that already. So when you get Amplitude on your iPad, you're really getting thousands of dollars of gear in one shot that you don't even realize.
Well, that's what my guitarist said, and of course he looks at the in apps and he went out and bought Orange, and he's like,
Sure.
dude, you
And
just
it's amazing.
do not, yeah, you just do not understand. I'm waiting on mic modeling.
Yeah. Well, mic modeling is in there on some of the devices, believe it or not. We did do, like, if you look in the Saber Tank products, or I mean in the Amplitude products, the mics that are chosen to go around those devices.
Yeah, I see that, but from a singer's point of view,
yeah,
you know,
you'd like to see
like,
different
hey,
mics.
if you want to have this kind of sound, I think that will be cool.
You know, we've talked about that because that could be interesting for Vocal Live. If somebody comes to Vocal Live,
absolutely, absolutely. I would definitely, especially like playing live, and it depends on where I am. Some days I want to use a blue, sometimes I want to use a Shure. Of course, I mean, it would be more towards the condenser mics as you're recording, but I'm telling you, there's so much that can be done.
That would be cool to do, and we could easily do it. We've already done it, so it could just be integrated into that program. That'd be awesome.
Well, come on.
Good idea, Jamie. We're going to take that. Let me get that down, take those notes.
Yeah. Well, Derrick, it's been great today. I know we got to keep these short because you got a whole company to take care of, but we'll schedule, singers will schedule another one. Next time we'll talk about microphones, the different mics they have. Besides the regular iRig mic I use the near field, the new one you got, and I have the old one too that plugged into the 1/8" jack.
Nice.
So we'll cover ways to record your voice as well as covering Vocal Live, and maybe we'll talk about a couple of the other apps as well. Go ahead.
And if I can close to the singers just to say, hey guys, we really appreciate you guys using IK products. Jamie's a great advocate for us, been using our products for years, and one of the greatest things we think about is that they're just simple. You just plug them in and they work. There's not a whole lot of complication to them. You know, if you're a guitar player, bass player, vocalist, just plug it into your device and sing. We're going to do the work for you.
And let's remind people, you are a musician.
I am a musician.
Just listen to your single, and I loved it. Would you please tell them what the name of your single is, how to find it on iTunes?
You are wonderful. Cool. Well, I am a musician. I am a songwriter. I just put out a single in January called "You Talk Me Down," kind of an R&B swing flavor, you know, a little old school R&B kind of thing.
I dug it.
You can find it on iTunes under Derrick Floyd. And check it out if you'd like. You Talk Me Down, available now. Looking for a new project to be coming out actually in April, full-blown CD project. So just getting it done, man. We all do it.
No, I'm excited when I talk to people from companies who are actual musicians.
Yeah.
Do this because they know. You know we need singers.
It's kind of cool. Everyone here at Ik Multimedia is a musician somehow, some way. So it's pretty cool.
That is awesome. Well, Derrick, thank you for this interview, for the Singer Spotlight, and we will be back before long where we'll cover microphones and Vocal Live.
Let's do it. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
Take care.